Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
MPs have kick-started the fight to bring back the National Government Constituency Development Fund to life. The legislators are now following the recommendations by the Supreme Court that sealed its fate, ruling that the Act, which was enacted in 2013 and changed in 2015, is unconstitutional. The ruling noted that the Act violated the principle of separation of powers, as MPs should not be involved in direct management of any public resources. Through Matungulu MP Stephen Mule and his Geshogo counterpart Kishembo Githenji, Parliament has now decided to use the Supreme Court ruling that recommended funds should come from the national government to amend the CDF Act. They want the law changed to provide that 5% of the national government revenue goes to CDF, 0.25% to be allocated to NGAF, and 0.001% towards the Senate Oversight Fund, so that Kenyans can once again enjoy the benefits of the kitty.
This bill is so important for us to waste. Anything that will make us succeed is important. Have a small caucus that will direct you, especially on the drafting and on the constitutional law around this.
It feels so good, Mr. Speaker, when a young man comes and tells me, Madam Kihara, I went to school courtesy of your CDF and I'm working in this place. It feels very, very good.
With or without the CDF, the members of parliament have their salaries. And in fact, without the CDF, the workforce, the task is reduced. But Mr. Speaker, as we speak today, every day, and I'm sure I speak for all the members here, we get no less than 100 phone calls of children who are at home because they cannot get bursaries.
But how easy is it to amend the Constitution? The proposal could take longer to be realized, as an amendment of the Constitution can only be done through a parliamentary initiative. The legislative proposal is set to be subjected to a pre-publication scrutiny by the concerned committees of the National Assembly, in this case, the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, JLAC, that will invite relevant stakeholders and table its report to pave way for the first reading. The bill is likely to be read for the first time before MPs break for their long recess next month. This then means that the earliest the bill could go through the second reading could be in March next year, when they reconvene, after which it will be considered for passing on the third reading before it's taken to Senate for scrutiny. It's only after the Senate also passes the bill that it will be forwarded to the President for approval. Ruto has asked the MPs to fast-track the passage of the bill once it gets to the floor of the House.
Having served in Parliament for 15 years, before and after the establishment of the national government CDF, I know the difference it makes is monumental. I believe there is a way CDF can be aligned to the tenets of the Constitution.
Should this process go ahead to its fruition, it potentially steers the executive and legislature on one side against the judiciary. Grace Nganga, KT News, Nairobi.